ACP Tabrak Fatima ma'am to address the gathering.
Founding members of the Aryan Institute, a very good friend of mine, Mrs. Saida, our respected ADGP sir who was with us right now, Brigadier sir from the Indian Army, and all the dignitaries on stage and the bigger dignitaries off stage, all of you. So a very good evening. Thank you so much for inviting me here today. This was a very different invitation simply because normally we see students graduate. We have all graduated. We have all had our end of the semester or end of the schooling years. We've had graduation ceremony, but today is a graduation ceremony of the teachers. So it is very, very, very special occasion. So congratulations to all the students who are now the teachers. Hip hip hooray to all of you. Very happy. I think enough has been said, a lot of knowledge has been shared to us today by ADGP sir, Brigadier sir and others about the importance of teachers. It cannot be counted in words, it cannot be counted in speeches, it cannot be even evaluated individually by our own experiences. I'm sure each of you, when you guys sat down in the classrooms of the Aryan Institute and you were learning your nuances, you must be thinking, tomorrow I am supposed to be doing this. And if today I am getting bored, tomorrow that person who's going to sit there also has to find my lecture interesting. It's the biggest challenge. To keep a child interested and to keep a child motivated to listen, to understand, to grasp, to imbibe and to practice. It is the biggest cycle of education that you are going to be taking up in society. Huge, a very huge thing. We as police officers or any other profession, doctors, engineers, we just implement something and we are gone. It's just a temporary thing that we do. But what you create is for a lifetime. I know you have heard this enough, but I cannot say it enough because even to this day, when I look back, all that I remember is who was my favorite teacher. And I don't remember the amount of scoldings or the beatings or anything. I only remember those few little moments when that teacher would have spent with me or told something in class or met me somewhere in the side and said, you know, Tabarak, you do this or you don't do that or this is how your life should be. Or maybe just gave an example of some inspirational personality and said, you know, you can be like this person. That is the magic you guys can do. The magic that you can do in a person's life is one something somewhere that you say, a child can completely change and become something great in life. And that is a magic that no other profession can do. We can save lives, we can protect lives, we can do a lot of things, but we can only do to a certain extent. You make lives. Please understand, I also come from a family where my mother-in-law is the headmistress of an educational institute. I understand from a teacher's point of view what are all the challenges you face. You will be going into schools and colleges where they will put tough deadlines on you, saying tough matrices on you, saying that this much of a pass percentage and this many of students have to be at this grade. Lot of responsibility and pressure comes on a teacher. But apart from all these matrices, at the end of the day, when you guys go back home, hopefully just look and see if you, that child who was the most underperforming, troubled, or troublesome, if that guy has been able to change even 1%, now that is where your victory is. Because you know the front benchers have gone only so far. It's the back benchers who make all the sound and make the sound in society. So it is there where your work is most appreciated and they are the ones who come back to you. 20 years later, when we all have gone back to our teachers and said, ma'am, we have become something. Because of you, we have become something. It is a gift that nobody can measure in words or value. So that is where you are going to be tomorrow. And I also understand today the challenge of teaching is immense because now the teaching is completely online. Future of schools is going to be over a video conference, over an online classes where you may not even see a child, you may not be able to see a student if he's even looking at the screen and looking at what you're trying to say. So in such a virtual world, where you are going to be judged by so many people in society, the parents, the others who are looking at your lecture, so many different challenges await you. But that is also so many beautiful opportunities open up for you. Even to this day, if you can see, this corona has taught us one thing. Although the school has shifted from the school to the house, still the job that you are able to do, the parents are not able to handle. Their children, they are not able to keep in the house for these many hours. They are waiting for the schools to open. And it's their one child or two children. You guys handle 20, 30, 80 of them at a time, especially making them do the one thing they don't want to do, study. So that is where your magic is. We all as a society are indebted to you. Our country needs you, we all need you to make whichever child, to whatever extent possible, don't give up on them. Please inspire every child every single day. There are so many ways to do it. Sir has mentioned many beautiful ways, right from reading to making them visit schools and colleges. But whatever comes your way, even just one word of appreciation, even to the most underperforming child, saying, you're doing good, you're doing very good, might make a lot of difference. So I am really still very small to give a lecture to teachers, but I would say that if there is somebody, each of us go back and look, who is the reason for success? We first say parents, God, parents, almost at the same place. God first, parents second, 1, 2. But the very third person who comes closest to them is our teachers. So please inspire and make excellent students. And many